Hi guys, welcome to watch this video. The terms Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power BI often appears in articles about Excel. But not everyone clearly understands what is behind these concepts. And one of the most frequently asked questions is, what's the difference between Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power BI? In this video, I'm going to explain this concept and try to help you figure out how these tools are interrelated and how can they help us as an ordinary Excel user. Okay, let's do it. Let's answer the question in simple words. Power Query is used for data transformation and data preparation. Power Pivot is used for analyzing data, and Power BI is used for visualizing data. Here is a simple diagram explaining how these powerful tools are related. Power Query is used to get data from multiple sources and apply transformations. M is the language behind the scenes of Power Query. Then we can use Power Pivot to create data model and do further analysis, such as set up relationships between tables, create measures, set up KPIs, etc. DAX is used by Power Pivot for data modeling. Finally, we can use Power BI for data visualization. You can publish and share your reports with anyone you want. Power BI includes Power Query and Power Pivot. Power Query is used for data transformation and data preparation. It can be used to get data from multiple sources and apply transformations. Using Power Query, you can perform the extract, transform, and load processing of data. With Power Query, known as Get and Transform in Excel, you can import or connect to external data and then shape the data in ways that meet your needs. For example, you can combine multiple Excel files into one, or append data from folder, filter data you need, remove a column, or merge tables. You can load your query into Excel to create charts and reports, and you can refresh the data to make it up to date. There are 4 phases to using Power Query: connect, transform, combine, and load. Step 1. Connect. Make connections to data in the cloud, on the service, or locally. You can use Power Query to import to a single data source, such as Excel workbook, or to multiple databases, feeds, or services scattered across the cloud. Data sources include data from the web, files, databases, or even Excel tables in the current workbook. Step 2. Transform. Shape data to meet your needs, while the original source remains unchanged. Transforming data means modifying it in some way to meet your data analysis requirements. For example, you can remove a column, change a data type, or filter rules. Each of these operations is a data transformation. This process is also called shaping data. There are many transformations you can make from the user interface. Each transformation is recorded as a step in the background. You can see this is all the applied steps. You can even modify and rate your own steps using the Power Query M language in the formula bar or in the advanced editor. Step 3. Combine. integrate data from multiple sources to get a unique view into the data. You can combine multiple queries in your Excel workbook by appending or merging them. The append and merge operations are performed on any query with a tabular shape and are independent of the data sources that the data comes from. Step 4. Load. Complete your query and load it into a worksheet or data model and periodically refresh it. From the Power Query Editor, you can use Close and Load or Close and Load 2 commands on the Home tab. If you have millions of rows, you can select only Create Connections and check the Add this data to data model box. Power Pivot is an Excel engine you can use to perform powerful data analysis and create sophisticated data models. With Power Pivot, you can mash up large volumes of data from various sources, perform information analysis rapidly, and share insights easily. Power Pivot, just like its name, it is much powerful than Pivot Table. Power Pivot has several features that make it a unique tool for some tasks. Unlike Excel worksheet, in Power Pivot, you can import millions of rows of data from multiple data sources, create relationships between tables, create calculated columns and measures using formulas, build pivot tables and pivot charts. You can do this all without requiring IT assistance. Enjoy fast calculations and analysis. It copes with large amounts of information very quickly. Power Pivot is very good at compressing data when loading it into the model. A 50 megabyte source text file can easily turn into 3 to 5 megabytes after downloading. Vertically unlimited support of data sources provides the foundation to import and combine source data from any location for massive data analysis on the desktop, including relational databases, multidimensional sources, cloud services, data feeds, Excel files, text files, and data from the web. Have you ever used a VLOOKUP to bring a column from one table into another table? Now that Excel has a built-in data model, VLOOKUP is obsolete. You can create a relationship between two tables of data based on matching data in each table. DAX is short for Data Analysis Expressions. DAX is a collection of functions, operators, and constants that can be used in a formula or expression to calculate and return one or more values. Stated more simply, DAX help you create new information from data already in your model. In this case, we add a new calculate column. We transfer 1000 to million by dividing 1000. Just like we mentioned before, we can import millions of rows of data from multiple data sources. Some of you may wonder, how many rows can we process in Power Pivot? Well, according to this picture, 10 million life is good. You can load tables of this size and work with them calmly. 100 million, you should optimize DAX. 1 billion, optimize compression and check segment size. 10 billion, you need to do more, such as consider aggregations and different granularities. If you have 100 billion rows,
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
Power BI lets you easily connect to your data sources, visualize your data, and help you discover what's important, and share that with anyone you want. We can simplify the Power BI architecture into 4 processes. Start from data preparation. It supports hundreds of data sources. Then perform the extract, transform, load process. This is where PQ comes into play. After ETL process, we have reached the core step, visualization. Data visualization is what Power BI does best. When we finish visualization, we can publish or share our reports to business users. The Power BI service is a cloud-based service, or software as a service. It supports reports editing and collaboration for teams and organizations. After you have created reports and dashboards, you can share them so end users in the Power BI service and mobile devices can view and interact with them. Being able to control how you share your work is one of the most important features of the Power BI service. You create workspaces where you and your colleagues can collaborate on reports and dashboards. Then you can bundle and distribute them as apps. You can also share the datasets so others can use them as a basis for their own reports. Why and when should you use these tools? Generally speaking, in a data analysis project, 80% of the time is spent on acquiring data, cleaning data, and data modeling. 20% of the time is spent on generating reports and visualizations. If you are Excel or Power BI user, using these tools will save you a lot of time, especially when you are doing some repetitive work or when the data is relatively large. Although these tools are related to each other and designed to work together, it doesn't mean you can't use them exclusively. For example, if your task is mainly acquiring and cleaning data, you can just use Power Query. If you need to handle millions of rows of data, then Power Pivot can help you. If you need to make beautiful visualizations, Power BI can make a difference. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this can help you. Bye.